always had a dream. And my dream was to be the best. When it comes down to boxing, I'm the best at this.
TBE, and I prove that I'm the best.
Boxing is a battle of intelligence, technique, and styles born by two opponents with the desire to triumph over one another.
Oh, what a big shot by Lopez!
The sweet science of punishing the opponent, protecting himself at all times, a mixture of offense and defense, is a fighter's psychological perception to victory. One man who mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit was Floyd Mayweather.
I'm extraordinary. I make every fighter look ordinary.
I feel I'm the best ever. I broke everybody's record. Tell me who record I haven't broke. It's not bragging or boasting. The proof is in the pudding. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
I keep 100 racks inside my jeans.
I was born a winner, I'ma die a winner. There's no blueprint on how to beat me. I can crack any Da Vinci Code when I'm in that ring. I'm the best.
He reigned as undefeated champion for over 2 decades, with 15 world titles in 5 different weight classes.
You can have Bill Gates money and you can buy this talent.
We've witnessed Pretty Boy Floyd taking on all corners in his early days to then outclassing the future of boxing talents, from hot prospects to veterans and Hall of Famers. He was undeniably in a league of his own.
Look at this. This is what I mean. Mayweather's a special fighter.
First, I want to thank the good man upstairs for giving me this opportunity to win the national championship.
All these rappers just talk about it, I live. Going up, I ain't got no sky.
See, I dedicated myself to my craft. You know, I was in boxing I've been in boxing my whole life.
New diamonds on me, fuck a flash, this ain't Snapchat, cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Tryna hit a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain.
Love him or hate him, after 50 fights and 50 wins, he left the game with an unblemished record. Today, we take a look at the blueprint of how Floyd was able to be so successful in the ring and remain second to none, no matter who the opposition was. Let's take a look at where it all started.
I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now niggas can't answer call cause I'm all in. I was waking up getting racks in the morning.
No pain, no gain. See, that's something that I installed in him, whether he said or not.
Influence in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s life came right from home.
2 or 3 years old, his dad used to take him and bring him in the gym and hold him up and hit the speed pad.
Father and uncle, Floyd Sr. and Roger, were both professional fighters with similar fighting styles that Floyd Money Mayweather later learned and perfected. Mayweather was once known as the pretty boy inside the squared circle, and at that moment of his career, knockouts were not what the fans were missing as he laid waste to his opponents.
How do you defend that? What an accurate, quick, sharp punch. Unbelievable.
Oh. Therefore, just
devastating.
It was just devastating, and not only that, that was a vicious weapon for Mayweather. I mean,
there's a right hand over the top
that staggered him and sent down Diego Corrales.
Pretty Boy Floyd never once had a problem playing the bad guy, which played a big role later in his success of record-breaking money fights.
Some guys you love, some guys you hate. That's what sells tickets. And I'm here to sell tickets. You know, I'm a performer. That's what I do. I sell myself. I don't need nobody to sell me. I can sell myself. Some love you, some hate you. But I love myself.
There's a big shot by me.
Speed, defense, and accuracy. These attributes made Floyd Mayweather Jr. boxing's top pound-for-pound fighter, the biggest pay-per-view draw, and the most difficult opponent to game plan against. His ability to land punches while not giving his opponent that same opportunity is the reason why.
It's called the sweet science. It's hitting and not getting hit. Making a lot of money
and not taking any punishment and leaving the sport with all your faculties.
Mayweather's ring IQ is like no other. It was when he faced aggressive, forward-pressing fighters that we actually saw the very best of Floyd. That's why fighters like Cotto, Canelo, and Hatton never stood a chance. Every serious boxing fan knows that the biggest key to Mayweather's success was his legendary defense. It's not hard to figure out that if you can't hit him, you can't beat him. The shoulder roll defense is only one part of why he was so good defensively, along with his speed, footwork, and experience. But it's very effective at neutralizing the power of orthodox boxers. When Mayweather is in that stance, the window to land a right hand up top is very small, given how his shoulder protects his face. He also has the ability to duck or sidestep big punches. Unless he makes a mistake, landing anything significant with the right hand is nearly impossible. Mayweather waits on his opponents to make a mistake by throwing a punch they can't land. He moves to avoid that punch, lands his own clean right hand, and then dodges out of the way before the opponent can react. His ability to avoid punches and get his opponent out of position opens up holes that he's then able to exploit by using his hand speed. Mayweather is capable of landing punches without that assist from his defense, but is most effective when his defense sets up his offense.
I've lived up to the name TBE. The proof is in the pudding, the best ever.
The only thing that can be perfect is God's plan.
One of the most beneficial assets in the Mayweather arsenal was completely taking away their best assets, leaving his opponents frustrated and sometimes even hopeless on how to adapt to Mayweather's style. When you combine his superior hand speed with his superior foot speed, he becomes a tough puzzle to solve.
The less you get hit, the longer you last.
He thinks, defense first. While all of us, we think offensive first. Okay, we gotta get it. Always these defensive first. He's always looking. He's so defensive and elusive, and you steady punching, and you keep swinging, and you see him looking at you. It puts you in the place of, okay, if I keep swinging too much, I'm gonna hang myself out there to get hit. Because he's seeing all this. He's just such a veteran, and he just knows every part of that ring, so he doesn't have to work too hard. He almost like cons his way out of every round. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fight. He'll act like he's gonna just to try to stall you. He'll get on the move. He'll throw your ass. He'll jab you down here. He'll check up here. He'll move. Throw this. Just enough to try to look like he's active enough to win that round. He's good.
He's able to move out of the way faster than most, and then set and return fire faster than most as well.
This is crazy. I went back every round like, what the fuck this? What was that this last round? Did he hit me? Or did I hit him? Like, what the fuck? Well, what do we do?
Floyd was a perfectionist. He was completely dedicated to the sport of boxing. When he trained for a fight, he trained extremely hard each and every day, and sometimes trained at hours when his opponents were asleep, as he believed it gave him a psychological advantage over them.
The way he worked was different. He put the work ethics on top of being, talented. I mean, we would pull off 4 or 5 hour gym sessions, right from the gym session, leave there and go run 10 miles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then we go home and go and lay down. And he'll call you again at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, what up? Let's go running. Yeah, dude, are you crazy, dude? Like, 100%, I don't have no dispute in.
Yeah.
He is everything that people say or what he say he is. He is.
My legacy will always live on. I'm Mayweather. I'm TBE.
Floyd belongs to that elite group of fighters who are reflections of the ethos and the time in which they boxed. From John Sullivan to Joe Louis.
Throwing dynamite. Simon staggers along the rope. A left miss.
From Muhammad Ali.
I told you today, I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. Right. Then you might get me.
To Mike Tyson.
I was gonna rip his heart out, I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror, no, I'm Alexander, he's no Alexander. I'm the best ever, there's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey, there's no one like me. I'm from Nassau, there's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike, the Mike?
That's right.
Each fighter represents an era, a time which they defined. Floyd is the king of the current era, and in the near future will be reflecting upon his career as one of the all-time greats, if not the greatest of all time.
The ability that I'm blessed with is that I can adjust and adapt once I get inside that square circle.
He achieved whatever there was to achieve and took up every challenge that was put in his way.
Okay. Do you want to be liked?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Am I wrong for saying that I'm the best? Don't it also show? Don't it show?
Oh yeah, you've proven it.
To the end of time. Remain strong in this planet full of player haters. They conversate for death row full of demonstrators.
Everyone was saying for years I was scared and Floyd will lose and Floyd is a coward, Floyd is a chicken. You guys were all those stories. And all I wanted you guys to do, I made you guys eat your words. And you know I made you guys eat your words.
Thanks for watching Boxing Stars. Please like, comment and subscribe for the latest on boxing.